Hi friends, welcome. I'm Buddy Wagner, your mental health professor, wishing you the best of mental health. Do you wish you were psychologically healthier, that you were happier, that you felt better about yourself and about life? If so, you've come to the right place. Today, I want to share with you several ideas about how to become psychologically healthier. These come from a book entitled Transforming the Pain, a workbook on vicarious traumatization. And so what are these ideas, these things that you can do to become psychologically healthier? The first one is make time away from your phone, from your email, from your internet every day. Take a break. Don't be tied to these 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But you need to break away from these and give yourself a rest from them every day. Take some time away. And this leads to the second idea, which is self-reflection. As you remove your phone and the internet, email, all of that stuff, as you get it out away from you, get in a quiet place where you won't be interrupted and spend some time thinking about yourself, reflecting on yourself, thinking about how you feel about yourself, thinking about ideas you have for what you want to do or goals that you want to achieve. But spend time, I would suggest 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes a day, just being quiet and still and focusing your attention on yourself. Just paying attention to yourself. And this leads to the third idea, which is listen to your thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and feelings. Take time as you self-reflect. Think about what do I focus my attention on most of the time? What are my beliefs? What are my values? What are my goals? What do I want to achieve in the next week or month or year? So spend at least 30 minutes a day in self-reflection, and as part of this self-reflection, thinking about focusing on your thoughts and beliefs and your ideas. And then next, minimize stress. Stress is not always bad. Some stress is good, but certainly too much stress is bad. It creates all kinds of illnesses for us. And so we want to reduce the stress in our life. Now, I have a YouTube video on how to reduce stress, and I would encourage you to watch that video if this is an area you need to work on. But stress can be managed. We can manage it. We can reduce it in our lives. And so I would encourage you to watch that video to learn some ways to do this. Then say no to extra responsibilities. Now, this isn't always true. Sometimes you may be offered a responsibility that energizes you, that you enjoy, and so certainly you would want to take that. But stay away from extra responsibilities that you take on because someone puts a guilt trip on you, or you take on because you think you should take it on. Don't take on extra responsibilities unless you want to take those responsibilities on. Don't take them on out of duty or because you think you should do it. Stay away from extra responsibilities that are not responsibilities that give you energy and make you happy. And then practice being grateful. We know that gratitude is one of the characteristics of happy people. And think about every day, spend some time thinking about all that you have to be grateful for. Friends in your life, family members that you're grateful for, experiences in your life that you're grateful for, nature. Are you grateful for beautiful nature and for animals? But think about, focus on being grateful. And if you find yourself not being grateful, then you can teach yourself to be grateful. So every time you find yourself being ungrateful or, feeling negative about life, stop yourself and change that thought and say, wait a minute, what do I have to be grateful for? Instead of focusing on what's the problems in my life and what's up against, what do I have to be grateful for? And you can gradually teach yourself to go in a positive direction of gratitude rather than the negative direction of being upset about life. And then optimism, be optimistic. And if you're a pessimist, then you can change. You can work to become more optimistic in your thinking. Now, one way to do that is put a rubber band around your wrist, and every time you catch yourself thinking a pessimistic thought, pop yourself with the rubber band and change your pessimistic thought to an optimistic thought. And by doing this, over time, you will train yourself to go in an optimistic direction rather than a pessimistic direction. So be an optimist. Think optimistically rather than pessimistically. And then self-control. This is another characteristic of happy people. And so you want to have self-control. And maybe you feel like you're a victim, that you don't have any control over yourself, that other people are in control or situations are in control. But you can learn to have self-control. One way to do this would be make a list of 10 things that you want to accomplish. They can be very simple things, something as simple as washing your car, or something as complex as getting a graduate degree. But make a list of 10 things, 10 goals that you want to achieve. And then rank these goals from 1 to 10, 1 being the easiest to achieve and 10 being the most difficult to achieve. And as you rank these, then number 1, the easiest one on the list, write down beside that when you're going to start working on that goal and when you plan to achieve that goal. And then write down the steps you need to take to achieve that goal. And then take the first step and begin working. And as you work through this list of items, you will find yourself feeling more and more in control of your life rather than a victim of your life. And so these are things that you can do to become psychologically healthier and happier. I hope this has been helpful. If so, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. And if you know someone who could use this information, please share it with them. I'm Buddy Wagner, your mental health professor, wishing you the best of mental health.